Welcome back to Inside City Hall. We've been telling you a lot about the Republican congressional primary on Staten Island, but there's another race to cover, the Democrats, who are all vying to either take on Dan Donovan or Michael Grimm. Our Courtney Gross is with those Democrats tonight as they debate on Staten Island. Good evening, Courtney.
Good evening, Errol. That is right. The Republicans in this race are certainly taking up a lot of oxygen. We have been paying a lot of attention to Dan Donovan and Michael Grimm, but tonight it is the Democrats' turn. And let me tell you, there are a lot of people in this race. In fact, there are 6 candidates total. None of them have ever run before. So let me introduce you to them briefly here. The first is Max Rose. Max Rose is typically thought of as the front runner in this race. He's raised a lot of money. In fact, he's raised more than $1.2 million. Now, that's actually more than Dan Donovan has raised, and he's attracted a lot of attention so far. In fact, he has been backed by the DCCC, the National Democrats. He has been recruited into a program there that's called Red to Blue in the hopes of trying to flip this seat. Now, the person potentially nipping at his heels is a man called Omar Vaid. He's a Muslim American man. He lives in Brooklyn. He just moved to the district about a month ago, so he has a drawback there, but he has raised some money in the race so far. He has actually, he's known as, he works in film and TV, and he works on set designs. So it looks like we are attracting a little bit of attention here as we talk about these candidates, but I want to make sure we are telling you about everyone. The next person is Michael DeVito. He has lived on Staten Island for quite some time, and he is a Marine veteran. He works at an advocacy organization on Staten Island. The next is Emig. He is a bond trader, Staten Island resident, and he moved here just last year. Then we have Radhakrishna Mohan. He works in the IT industry, and he typically talks about on the campaign trail about his union relationships and the work that he has done in the community. And last but not least, Errol, we have Paul Sperling. He is young. He's 25 years old. He says he is a lifelong Staten Island resident. He likes to talk about his residency, saying that he's been here longer than any of the other candidates. Now, so far, a lot of what they've talked about tonight is things or issues that we've heard a lot about on the campaign trail on Staten Island over the years. That's infrastructure, transportation, healthcare, and of course, the opiate crisis. I want to have you listen to what Max Rose said.
So what I'm proposing is, if we do not put $25 billion towards this, we are not doing enough. And all we see from our elected officials today is rhetoric. No, they have got to put their money where their mouth is rather than giving away $1 trillion. We just read yesterday, $19 billion that the top six banks will get in additional revenue as a result of this tax bill.
Errol, Democrats have struggled to put up a viable candidate so far, at least in the last couple years. We had Dominic Recchia, we had Vincent Gentili, so clearly all of the candidates on stage here are hoping that they'll do better than that. For now, that is the latest from Staten Island. I'm Courtney Gross. Let's send it back to you, Errol.
All right, thanks a lot, Courtney.